Well, it's been a little bit since I've made a video. I believe the last one I made was the beginning of November. We had our staff day at Erie Speedway, and that's when I broke this car. I broke the passenger side stub shaft inside the diff, so I have to go dig that out. I decided I'm not doing much drifting this year, just because I have other things going on. But I did get invited to a private day that I want to go drive with all my friends, and I figure it's close by, so it's worth fixing this thing and going to hang out with everyone and getting some tandems in and stuff. And I do remember telling myself, I am going to make a video of repairing this differential whenever that is, and here we are. Here's the video. I'm not super excited to go, jump into this thing and fix it, but gotta do what you gotta do. So sit back, relax, and watch me not have a good time fixing this thing. All right, so the diff's out, as you can see. That's kind of a problem, right? So, pull this guy out, and all the splines, all the splines are stuck inside the diff. So, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that out. I think I might be able to pop the other side off and maybe knock it out, or I'm honestly gonna open up the diff anyways to clean out, I don't know if there's any remnants or junk from this, so we're gonna open that up anyways, so I'll probably just end up getting out from that side. So we're gonna take care of that. That's step 2. Unfortunately, I did find underneath the car that the boot on this axle is torn. You can see that's all your fluid and stuff right there. So maybe for this event, I'll just leave it and it'll be okay. I gotta check on my axle inventory and see if I have any other ones that I might be able to pop in and then get a replacement boot for this, because I believe Nissan still makes them. So, and then pack it with new grease and all that fun stuff. So that's something else to take care of. But for now, we'll focus on the diff. So I was able to get that stub shaft in there. You can kind of see the end of it there. It's about as far as it'll go right now. Trying to hammer it out from the other side, and I think it's stuck somewhere. There's like a ridge in there, and I think there might be little pieces that kind of flared out and are getting stuck in there. I mean, obviously, this break is, it's gonna cause metal to do that kind of shit. So I think we're gonna try to hammer it back in, and then hammer out and hammer back in a couple times, and maybe break some stuff up, loosen it up. I am gonna move the diff onto the floor, because I think hammering on the table here, it's just not a solid enough surface. So that's what we're gonna do. So that's out, and as I suspected, focus please, that definitely got twisted. Now it's way out. There was a little piece stuck somewhere, I think it was like right there, that was a little pointy piece that was preventing it from coming out. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, that side was like stuck up and digging into the housing in the diff. So once I got that out, this literally just fell right out. So, yeah, that is pretty broken. So that's that. So next is taking the carrier out, cleaning everything up and reassembling. and getting a new stub shaft put in this side and making sure everything's all good. All right, so I got the diff out, checked all the teeth, and you know, there's no marks or anything, so that's all good. There was a little bit of material inside the bearing here. I'm just gonna, spray it out with some brake clean. There really wasn't anything in here. This was all clean. Everything came out pretty clean. So, and then here's all the other part of the races and everything. There's like a little bit of material in there, but again, I'm gonna clean all this up. And I always remember these diffs, like, these go in one way. So try to make sure that they go back in the same way that they came out. But yep, so once I get all this cleaned up, we will get back to reassembly and get a new stub shaft in, and we should be all set. All right, got the diff all back together, new stub shaft in, well, new to the diff. Clearly it's not that new, it's a little rusty, but only one I had, so it'll work. Got new RTV in the back, sealed that all up. I'm gonna let it set for like an hour before I put it back in. Put new oil in there, everything's ready to go. In the meantime, while I'm waiting on that, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop this wheel off and I'm gonna go through and replace that axle so I'm not throwing grease and everything all over the underside of the car. I do have one more left for this side, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we got the axle replaced, got the new one up in there. There we go. And it does not have a broken boot, like this one does. So that's good. And now, I think the next thing we're gonna do is replace this guy. So that's gonna go back in, and we should be good to go. All right, differential's back in, axle's swapped, we should be good to go. I haven't driven the car in over winter, but hopefully everything's fine. Yeah, that's really all I got. So thanks for coming along on this journey of swapping the diff, getting broken pieces out of the diff rather, and swapping an axle. So you have a good one.